Well, my name is Charles Beausoleil from Labrie. Actually, I'm born in Auger and raised in Labrie. And I did all my schooling between Auger and Labrie, mostly Labrie. Then I went to the Vieux-Fort Senior Secondary School. Then at 18 years old, I started water sports at the Halcyon Days in Vieux-Fort. That was in 1976. 76, 77, I started water sports in Vieux-Fort at the Halcyon Days. And then the company transferred me to Castries, where I work at Latok Hotel, Halcyon Sands and Halcyon Beach Club. Got into sailing from a young boy in Labrie. I mean, just staying on the beach and watching these boats sailing up and down. And I said to myself, boy, one day I want to be a sailor. I want to be into sailing. Then when I left school, as I said, when I left school, I started water sports. I started sailing on sunfish and hobby cats and very, very small boat. And I just fell in love with sailing and have a passion for sailing. And that's what brought me into sailing and brought me to what I am today. In 1980, January 1980, I started yachting, working for this yachting company out of Maryland, Annapolis in Rodney Bay, in Rodney Bay, Castries in Rodney Bay, anyway. And then they started working with them in 1980 as a maintenance guy, you know, working with them as a maintenance guy. In 1983, they sent me to the Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland to become a captain. And I got to the school in Annapolis, Maryland at the Naval Academy, which was very good. And there they teach you everything about navigation, about sailing, and how to become a captain. They teach you everything like man overboard, drilling, and to become a captain. And it was a very good experience for me doing that in the early days. And where St. Lucia didn't have much captain, at that time there was like 2 captains of free in St. Lucia. And then it was a very big experience for me. The school was very good. I graduated and become a boat captain, a fully captain with document with certificate like I'm a captain. Then I did the first delivery from Annapolis down to St. Lucia as a captain, sailed to Bermuda, went to the Bermuda Triangle. Well, I have been to the Bermuda Triangle 5 times. In the company boat, which is a sailboat, Steven Spaxman 47 is a very nice sailboat at that time, what they had there. And then sailed that from Annapolis to Maryland, make the first stop in Bermuda. And then we went through the Bermuda Triangle. And the next stop was like St. Martin. And then we sailed down to St. Lucia. Then I became a full-fledged captain for the company. In 1983. Then I started working all over the world for them. They had branches all over the world, and then I work in the Mediterranean, I work in the Bahamas, I work in the Virgin Islands, I work in St. Lucia, I work the Caribbean, throughout the Caribbean. I work with them as a charter captain. So then I did a charter captain for 25 years. And it's a very good experience. You know, I do lots of deliveries for the company, taking boats from one end to drop to the other end. And places I've sailed a lot is like the Bahamas, the Virgin Islands, all throughout the Caribbean. all throughout Europe, the Mediterranean, Greece, do a lot of work for them as a captain and do a lot of big deliveries as captain. We had bases all over the world. We had a base in Portsmouth in England, we had one in the Bahamas, Virgin Islands, Turkey, Greece, Indonesia, all over the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, St. Lucia, we had a base. And sometimes when the summer is during the hurricane season here, normally what we used to do, like before, we bring the boats over from here to Europe so that they do charters there. So we take the boats from point A to point B, deliver the boats all over the world. So that's why I've been across the Atlantic about 5 times, and I did a lot of deliveries from here to Florida, from Florida back to Annapolis, sail all over the world with the company. 5 years ago, I decided to branch off of the company and then started my own business. And then that's why in 5 years ago, I bought this boat. I bought this boat, and this boat is a 50-footer, Benito 50-footer with 5 cabins, sleep 10 people and a crew of 2. So you can put 10 and a crew of 2. And then I bought the boat and then started my own business, put my website up, and then start my little business. And the first year, it's a good business, but it has a lot of means and ends. You have to suffer a lot before you have to fall very low before you can pick up. And then started the company, my own company, which is BBC Yachting, which means Blou Boat Charter. Because my nickname is Blou, people call me Captain Blou, so that's why I put the name BBC Yachting. So Blou Boat Charter means, BBC means Blou Boat Charter, and the yachting is the boat. Anyway, well, I started the company, and then the first year I did okay, because people I know through travel agents, word to mouth, people send people, so I started to do a little 1-day charter, 2 days to Martinique, 1 week to the Grenadines. Then the first year I did very good, and then I decided, well, okay, I know the business very well. I've been in the business for 25 years, so maybe I should get a second boat. Then I got the second boat, and then it started picking up more. And I said, well, it started picking up more, then I need the third boat. I know most St. Lucians, most people take big holidays. The little holidays is good too. Go down the Grenadines is pretty. It's very, very nice too, lots of beach, lots of little islands you can go to. For instance, you start a week charter, 1 week charter. You can do it in the Grenadines in 1 week or 10 days the most. You start from here, the first night you go to the Piton, second night to Bequia, then Moustique. Moustique is a lovely island. Moustique, you go to Moustique, you go to Macaroni Beach, which is where Mick Jagger, all the big movie stars, there. You can be middle swimming with Mick Jagger and you never know it's Mick Jagger because, And then you go further down to Tobago Cays, Mairo, Union Island, Palm Island. All these islands are so pretty. The water is so crystal clear. And the next thing I want to do is to encourage locals to do some sailing, to do some chartering, to be on a boat, you know. It's not like, you know, building a big house on top of the hill for $2 million, and you can build a little smaller one and take 1 million and do some boats and buy a boat and go into yachting. And my main goal is to encourage people, encourage kids into sailing. You know, make them know what this sailing is about. Make them go on the boat. Make them do some sailing, stay out of trouble, you know, be on the water. You know, a lot of kids, a lot of people want to do fishing, you know, and people thinking it's a rich man thing. You understand? But it's not a rich man thing. I am not rich, but it's not a rich man thing. It's just something you start. I started when I was 18 years old. I'm 50 something years old. I'm still at it. Right now I have 3 boats, you know, into the charter business, and then it's keep growing and growing, you know. So it is a good thing for me, and then it's a nice experience too. By me, I've sailed all around the world, so it's a lot of experience in different things, and meet different people, you know. So once you be on the boat doing charters, you meet a lot of different people, a lot of different characters, a lot of different kind of people, you know. So I'm encourage people to do that, man. You know, if they can come, do some sailing. Don't be afraid, you know, you can learn how to swim underwater, you know. And then when I started yachting in Rodney Bay, they had no houses in Rodney Bay, no houses. And just a couple years before that, they built a lagoon, they dig the lagoon out. In 1979, they had nothing. The lime was not there. They had nothing in Rodney Bay. Right on the side there, you could buy land there for $1.50 a square foot at that time. At that time, I was young. I didn't know, you know, I didn't know better, so I didn't buy land there. But I bought land after that. But anyway, and that's what there has nothing going on. And now it's built up. Now it's one of the nicest marina in the Caribbean. And I've been around the world. I have sailed around the world. I had many opportunities to stay anywhere I want in the world. But I always like St. Lucia the best. Because of what? And you go to all over the world, you meet people, you talk with them. Oh, we've been St. Lucia, the people are nice, the country are nice, and we have beautiful stuff here. I mean, nice volcano, waterfall, nice people, you know. It's very nice place to be.